Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're a subscriber. Special thanks to all of my patrons. My name's Neil and it's time for the next episode of the Book of Boba Fett. I'm a little bit bummed today. It's Wednesday, a new episode of Boba Fett's just come out, but it's also my nephew's 10th birthday today. He's a huge Star Wars fan. And I don't get to see him because his little sister, my niece, got COVID a couple of days ago. And so their whole household is on lockdown. I have to kind of self-monitor and isolate for the next couple of days because I saw them on the weekend. And it just kind of sucks. I was looking forward to birthday cake. And, you know, we'll make it up, but it would have been really cool to see him today. Anyhow, Boba Fett, guys, it's been a blast so far. It was really sad to see our whole Tuscan flashback come to an unexpected end last episode, but I think we've sort of firmly established at this point that the Pikes are the major villain to overcome in this season. But I also like that we are spending more time in the current timeline and we're seeing Boba negotiate the politics of Tatooine's underworld. He's dealing with the mayor, he's dealing with the Pikes, he has to probably exact vengeance on the biker gang in the flashbacks now. He's slowly building an army. He employed a youth gang that sort of are Power Rangers colors on space Vespas. But yeah, I'm very curious to see where we go next with this. So let's jump right into it. This is Chapter 4 of the Book of Boba Fett.
Here is your prisoner. I offer him back if you renounce all claims to Jabba's legacy on Tatooine.
Is Chrysanton going to end up working for Boba? Clearly the Hutts don't want him.
Take it from an ex-bounty hunter. Don't work for skugholes. It's not worth it.
Frickin' skugholes. Straight to the flashback back to tank. The flashback to tank. He spends a lot of time in there. I wonder how long would he last if he didn't have one? Is it all that's keeping him alive? Yeah, we're still flashback era, obviously. That's not our favorite pirate, is it? Yeah, Jabba's dead at this point, so that's Bib Fortuna settling in. Are banthas carnivorous?
Here you go.
That's something I wouldn't have guessed. On Earth, no carnivores have horns. Oh. What was that? Is that the biker gang again? Or is that some sort of battle going on over there? Oh, no. Are we already up to Fennec dead in the we're at the Mandalorian time frame already. All right. So years have passed. I'm really impressed with the creature effects on this. Like, obviously there's a practical version of this bantha, but that they use for the close-ups. But the CG version for the wides is really impressive. So he's already known them in the past. Or are these entirely different biker youths? So what modifications does Fennec get? Because she's already pretty frickin' badass. Well, that's a frightening hand. With a little pizza cutter on it. How cyborg is she getting? That's her entire insides. She's gonna have a fun little moment when she realizes what's happened to her.
You are Master Assassin Fennec Shand. of the Mid-Rim. I am Boba Fett.
You're dead.
Boba is dead.
I was.
Speed bikers defeated Tuscans? That's highly unlikely.
Maybe they had some help.
Help me.
Maybe they had some pike assistance.
If I help you, my debt is paid.
Oh, I like that we're getting that whole backstory. That's great. I've heard rumors that they're going to do everything they can to avoid naming the ship by the name we all know it as, Slave One, which I'm fine with. But I'm curious to see if they can make that choice without dialogue being clunky or anything. So far, it's just been your ship, which is fine. We all know what it's called. I don't think we're going to be lucky enough to get Hondo in this episode, but there's definitely a few more of his species in there.
I'm tired of working for idiots who are gonna get me killed.
Yeah.
The Tuscans took me in.
No more scug holes.
Made me part of their tribe.
Well, it's a lot of hostiles. Every fortress has its weakness. This is very Battle of Helm's Deep. In reverse. Without the suicide bomber. Not the quietest. What was that?
No more rats.
That's fun. It's like Grievous with cleavers. Oh, you crushed your leeks. That almost felt stop motion for a moment there. Is he the rat catcher?
Gotcha.
You just self-destruct? Or he just turned himself off? There it is. Has this been there, I guess, since the Sarlacc? We caught up to the current timeline a lot quicker than I expected. But this is cool. Makes me think that he was like with the Tuscans for a lot longer than we might have thought. Like years worth. Since I'm pretty sure The Mandalorian takes place like at least, I think it's 5 years after Episode 6. And this is going to be like Season 2 of Mandalorian time. It still works. It's not often that vehicles are stronger than fortresses, but it is Slave One, so I'll let it go. She's a good shot. Where's her helmet? I hope she gets it back.
Next time, we stick to the plan.
Next time?
She's sticking with him.
I'll go for the ride.
They like each other. Mutual professional respect. You gotta like that. Time to take out the... What are they? The Canton Striders? I know it's based on some animal on some planet. Oh, I love this shot. They don't even know it's coming. Just obliterating them. Oh, special weapon for those guys. They got the blue one, not the red one. That's it. That's all it takes. They're done. What's this? Is this the sand barge wreckage? What is it? Yeah. The Sarlacc. Last we saw, its body was sort of like sticking out of the mouth, but
Years ago.
okay, it's still there.
That's where I'll find my armor.
In there.
Oh, he doesn't realize it's been...
Not Beskar.
Yeah. Takes 1,000 years to be digested in a Sarlacc pit, but his armor's not going to be in there. That's a fun shot. That's so fun. So he's just flying Slave 1 all the way into the maw. It's not in here. Is that... It's still alive! Or is that like a baby Sarlacc? Hilarious. I don't understand Sarlacc physiology to the degree that I probably ought to, but oh, that's a that's not good.
Fire in the hole.
Kablooey. Nice. They're a good team.
Next time, don't touch my buttons.
It saved you from the acid. What you need to find is a Bacta tank.
So is that why he's still using the Bacta tank now? Just because of being in the Sarlacc?
I'm tired of our kind dying because of the idiocy of others. We're smarter than them. I will cut you in on the success and pledge my life to protect yours.
Bang.
Living with the Tuscans has made you soft.
It's made him human.
No,
It's given him perspective.
it's made me strong. Can only get so far without a tribe.
The mods are combing the streets of Mos Espa. If he's here, they will find him.
Oh, that's what we're going to call the youth gang? The mods? Okay, cool. Now we know. Sabak. Has anyone like published the rules of Sabak and created Sabak decks? Chrysanton's just chilling in the sanctuary. I'm guessing he doesn't like Trandoshans. He's got such awesome character design. The armor, the electro brass knuckles. Just crushing them. And Trandoshans are supposed to be like super strong compared to the average human. Just crushing them. Uh-oh. Oh, they're showing off his scar more now, I feel like.
You were a legend. In the name, Chrysanton drew crowds by the thousands. Is it not beneath you to dismember this unfortunate Trandoshan? Are a champion.
She's a Wookiee whisperer.
Without such pettiness, I will wipe your debt off the books.
Nope. I like that he's just kicking around in this universe.
It was worth a shot.
Oh, we're sticking with Chrysanton. This is great.
Looks like you could use a job.
You all accrued wealth and riches under Jabba the Hutt. You can again, if you listen to Boba Fett.
What prevents us all from killing you and taking what we want?
Rancor might, a little bit. Oh, there's so much great stuff in this.
Why speak of conflict when corporation can make us all rich? All I ask in return is that you remain neutral if the Pike Syndicate approaches you to betray me.
Wow. Just stay out of it.
I abide.
And they're all on board. But none of them are going to help. They're just not going to stand in Boba's way. He still needs more force. I mean, he's got Chrysanton, he's got the Rancor, obviously he's got Fennec and the mods, a couple of Gamorrean guards. It still feels like he's understaffed. Nope.
I have plenty of credits. What I'm short on is muscle.
Credits can buy muscle, if you know where to look.
Man, just when you think you're kind of done with a lot of time in the flashbacks, for the time being, we spend almost the whole episode in the flashbacks this time, and we get the whole tie-in to the Mandalorian. We get to see Boba rescuing Fennec. Who knew that she has been modded so heavily? But it makes sense because she was presumed dead when the Mandalorian and what was the new kid's name? I forget. Left her for dead after their showdown with her. But that was a fun episode as far as tying all of that together. Now we know our timeline, and it feels like our flashbacks have sort of caught up to the present day at this point. We wiped out the biker gang. We've caught up to the Mandalorian timeline. So it really feels like there's not much more to tell in the past. I'd be surprised if we take this as far as actually tying in Din Djarin. But perhaps he'll make a cameo. Who knows? You know, we know how Boba gets his armor at this point. We've seen the Mandalorian, so we know how all of that happens. So is it worth telling that story again from a slightly different perspective? Maybe, but probably unnecessary. I hope we go a little bit further with the coming war against the Pikes. Clearly, we're going to spend some money on some muscle now. That seems to be the next step. We've taken the other crime families of Mos Espa, and they've pledged their neutrality, if nothing else. So that's a step in the right direction. And slowly we're building Boba's forces. Now Chrysanton's on board. Man, I love his design. He's just it's interesting because the only Wookiee that the vast majority of fans know is Chewie. And Chewie's always been this strong, really capable soldier, warrior. But I think if you put Chewie next to Chrysanton, he'd be dwarfed. Chrysanton's just so freaking intimidating. He's a gladiator, like a proper gladiator. Just love his character design. He's so freaking intimidating, and I love how much expression you get even under all of this prosthetic, and I'm sure there's some CG build to his whole look, but man, it's just so well done. Ton of fun. We got Boba's ship back. We stole Slave One back. We revisited the Sarlacc pit. In the search for his Beskar. It wasn't in there, and he would assume that it would be in there, I suppose. You know, he hasn't tied the Jawas into this at all, but maybe we're going to get a little bit of flashbacking there as far as tracking down the armor. I'd be surprised if we're completely done with flashbacks, but we're running out of story to tell. In any case, yeah, this is it's just such a fun ride because there's so many iconic things from the entire Star Wars lore that we're bringing back into this series. Slave One, the Sarlacc pit, Wookiees, you know, it's classic first trilogy stuff that everybody loves, everybody has such fond nostalgia for, and we're reintroducing it all in 2022. Like 45 years after the first movie. Like how insane is that? 45 years, guys. Thank you guys for joining me. These are always a ton of fun. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode in particular and the series in general. So by all means, leave comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to check out my Patreon, that's the best way to support the channel. The link is in the description below. It's patreon.com/NeilTalks. And until next time, everybody, take care stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.